Solidarity forever, solidarity forever, solidarity forever, for the union makes us strong. Wafanyakazi yote tujiunge pamoja, wafanyakazi yote tujiunge pamoja, wafanyakazi yote tujiunge pamoja, tujitenge hatari. Haya haya tujiunge, haya haya tujiunge, haya haya tujiunge, tujitenge hatari. Solidarity forever. Dialogue involves everybody, and this is our second city where we're trying to have this forum established. We have established this forum in Ginger City. This forum has already been formed. And why we have delayed in Mbale to sign to come for this forum arrangement is that we normally go to a city where we have signed MOUs with the associations and the city. Because if you have no MOU with the association leaders, then you have no membership there. So what we do, we sign MOU with the city and we sign MOU with the association leaders. Then we come together to establish this social forum. And good enough with Mbale, we signed in 2023. That was May. And the town plan is no longer here. Now I think it was Soroti. We have MOU with the Mbale city. We signed MOU so that the city authorities recognize that this is a labor union, this is a trade union that is trying to organize workers and work with workers. Several times where we go, people were fearing us. They look at trade unions and they normally come for strikes and that kind of thing, which actually is not the case these days. We have better roles to play other than knocking tables and striking. So our role here is to have this meeting done so that we have city order. We have city order. When we want to handle our issues, we handle orderly. Not this business of people rising up to do things without. Because you have ever heard what has happened in Kampala. Kampala used to be a problem. We used to have taxi operators every time going on strike. But what we did was to have trainings for them so that they come in order and they be able to negotiate with the city authorities and things move smoothly. So what happened was, with the support from Frederick Ebert Foundation, which is a German organization, it has been supporting us in organizing transport workers in the city. And we have done this in all the 10 cities of Uganda, and we have signed MOUs with 7 cities. That is Ginger, Mbale, Soroti, Gulu, Arua, Lira, these other cities, and then Koiba. We are left with Marara, Fort Porto, and Masaka. So we have already signed MOUs with that. Even the associations, we have also signed MOUs with them. The idea is, how do you manage the transport in the city? It's a very important thing. Transport workers have a lot of issues, but we need to address the matters in an orderly way. That's why we think if this forum is created, it becomes a very good forum for market issues to be addressed. How does it work? What we think is that if the drivers border borders organize themselves in associations, they have leaders. These leaders come together to bring transport issues to the authorities. We have the workers' councillors. The workers' councillors should be able to get us together and listen to what these people are saying, and also listen to what the urban authority, the technical team is saying. So whatever we agree in that forum, we need to take it to the council for discussion. Because the technical people sometimes suffer for nothing. They don't take decisions. They are technical, they follow the procedure. Some decisions are taken by the political leaders of the cities. So that's why workers' councillors, being part of this, have to take these matters of the workers to to the city council so that these matters are discussed and feedback is given to these people in a very orderly way. That is the reason why we think this forum is very important. In Ginger, it has worked. The labor officer has helped us a lot. By the way, there's something I need to share with you. As a union, for us, we fight for the rights of workers. We fight for the rights of workers. We represent workers. We don't do the business you are doing. Sometimes people misunderstand what we do. The borders, the taxis, you are doing business, but you're in the transport sector. For us, we want your rights of doing business to be protected. So we don't do the business you are doing. It is your business. But we feel that when you are doing your work, your rights must be protected. If it means gazetting for you land, for parking, it's the responsibility of the local government to do that. If it means having security, it is the responsibility of local government. If it means having good sanitation in parking spaces, it's the responsibility. But what is your contribution as a worker, as a driver, or a taxi operator in that place? Sometimes we need to discuss some of these things together so that we will be able to know that the city belongs to us. There is no other person who is going to come and build the Mbale city when you people are here. So be happy about your city, develop your city, work with the technical people, work with the leaders, so that you have harmony, peace in Mbale city. We don't want transport workers in this country to be part of chaos. We don't want chaos. What we want is order. And that order can only be created when we have this kind of debate, this kind of discussion, so that workers bring their issues properly to the authorities, and the authorities answer them properly in a very organized way. This business of carrying papers and say, we don't want the town clerk, we don't want so and so, it cannot help you. What helps you is when you come and we sit together and we agree of what to do.
Abasinga mumwe wano tulindoza tuyingira buyingi. For us with these transport people, especially the taxis and lorries and special hire. The borders, I think we twali meseganya kuli omwaka tetunaba kuddamu nnyo kwatagana bulungi. Naye aba taxi, aba basi, n'aba lorry, balaba wagiri awo almost tubeera n'enkolagana ze tubeera tukolaganyemu, tetusitula nga tutwala omwezi nga tetusinkanye. Olwekyo njagala kusaba nti nga webaze okutuyambako turegisteringe tubeere mu kibiina. Ebibiina bino biyamba lwakuba nti abasinga ndoza tetumanyi kye tuyita collective bargaining. Tubeera nga tuli omu ku omu kinoomu kituzibuwalira naffe wadde tuli wano eno okutwala abantu nti bali serious ku kye baliko. Naye buli babeera nti bali mu union oba bali mu association kibeera kikola ki kibongera amaanyi. To us, transport sector is a very hard sector for us to manage. Very, very, very hard. All the times we agree and disagree. Netuyomba netuva munonga tuyogera. Naye lwakuba ffenna twagala kibuga ffenna kukibeeramu. Balina interest ezaabwe, naffe netubeera ne interest ezaffe okuzimaajinga nekifuuka ekizibu. Naye ate nga tuwuliziganya in the long run tumala netukola ki netukwatagana. Lwakuba nti it is one of the hardest, especially now the borders, they are everywhere. Ate temutuwa ku ssente, abatuwa ku ssente bagamba tebalina we bapaakinga, ifo byonna mwabitwala. So what we have done this time is we are going to mark our streets. We are marking our streets this financial year, and we have also agreed with commercial to, I think they have started handling with the border people. We also have specific stages where they are going to be parking, so that we can have people also park there. Because border right now they park everywhere. In the streets, on the streets, in the road, in the middle of the road, shops, they are all over the place. So it is a very hard sector for us. When you come to also the taxis, supervisor is there and the chairman. We start to tulwanagana masasi naye tugezaako kukola ki making sure nti ekibuga tugezaako kiteeka in order tubeere nga ffenna tukiwangaliramu. However, ogusi gwe mulama gwa leero. Mulama gwa leero kugamba nti tulina kubeera nga tuwuliziganya kiki kye tulina okwogerako na biki ebyetaagisibwa so that tubeere mu association, tubeere mu union. Union kikulu nnyo. Ndowooza singa tewaaliwo union, abasawo singa tebakyafuna buli obusente buli obukadde owa mitwalo 10 omwezi, naye kati omusawo abamanyi UFO, omusawo wa UFO asinga nze town clerk amutwala omusaala lwakubanga bakolera muki mu association. Ekidda kubasomesa nabo kyekimu balina union, nabo bagenda ne bakolaki ne bateekayo ensonga yaabwe, nabo baba bagenda bakolaki babulungiriza. So bwe tubeera nga tuli mu union zino zibeera zituyamba kye tuyita bargaining power. Naye kati ekyasigala eno ewaffe nti tugenda omu ku omu kyebula ewaffe tebatutwala nnyo serious. Wadde nga naffe tulina union gye tulimu.
My name is Mbale, the mayor of Mbale City. I'm glad that I've been part of this engagement of the trade unionists. And I think on my part what makes me feel motivated is the fact that the trade unions are looking at people across board without segregating people from each particular industry, whether formal working environment or not, because I think for some time, and maybe even the participants, for example in the transport industry, they don't know that they are also part of the workers. That is something that has not been clear to them, and I see what is coming out would be good, because then this will strengthen and create a voice for those working in this we call it informal, but these are also a different industry in terms of engagement. In my view, it is something that is good, but like they have hinted, it will require a lot of sensitization, not only with the few who have participated in this workshop or in the forum, but also the other members who may not have been here today. It is very critical that they get to know this, they get to know their rights, and that is the most critical thing. That most cases people working in such organizations and industry have never been taken serious. They have not been encouraged to participate, whether in policy making or the things that affect them. So for me, involving them and making them be part and parcel of this forum, I think it makes a lot of sense, and I believe it will go a long way in terms of creating awareness, and also those engaging them and employing them realize that these teams have rights like any other employee or any other person. As a local government, I think it was so good when we used to engage and relate with the owners of this transport, that would offer service to them, and the process they would be making a contribution towards their service. Unfortunately, following the executive guidance and directive of the president, these have now come to cease, and therefore finding it a problem in terms of offering the required services. You heard when one of the border riders was raising an issue of availing them with the health facilities. When their colleagues get accidents, they want council to intervene, take an intervention, maybe in terms of first aid, maybe an ambulance to rush them somewhere else. All that require resources, of which as a local government we are really constrained. So I think my appeal would be that let the government allow us to continue relating with our partners in transport the way we used to be in those past years, because that was availing resources for local governments to make quick response, which now is a constraint in terms of us handling all that. So I think that is my major appeal, but I'm happy that now our colleagues are starting to see that need. Hopefully we should be able to be aligned and move in the right direction.